Hi again, everybody. So, today I am gonna just kind of jump right into it, right? Because sometimes these intros can get a little long-winded. So, we bought this body. We've seen it in a couple of the other videos if you've watched them. You know, for 50 bucks from our local hobby shop, and that's only because we figured, hey, these things brand new are pretty expensive anyway, right? So 50 bucks with all the little fronts and whatnot that come with it, the the light wells and everything, totally worth it. So what we're going to be doing is taking the paint and stripping the paint off this body. But before we actually get to that, I just kind of want to go over a little bit of the steps I already did. I started doing this last night. So I did have to take off the grill. I figured that that was going to be a safe bet. Get all the little fixtures off of it, those. And then I put the rest of them kind of here in my little kit. We've got the backlights and the other front. And then, of course, your wheel wells. You want to take all those guys off, too. And I actually also took the really horribly tedious task of saving all of the decals. You can kind of see it right in there. But I saved all the windows, all the front and rear stickers and decals just to kind of see if I might be able to reapply them later. We'll see how the paint looks after we get it stripped and repainted. But yeah, so that was fun. Other than that, I've been seeing a lot of people talking about stripping their bodies with brake fluid. Now, I've also been doing a lot of reading on other paint strippers that are safe for these Lexan type bodies, because it is a plastic, so you don't want to use anything too abrasive because it will end up eating through the plastic altogether, and you definitely don't want that, especially because of how silly expensive these guys are. So I figured what I would do is I would just show my process, so put this guy right here so he doesn't fall. So to do this, instead of using brake fluid, I think I'm just going to try the nail polish remover method. So between the two, I've seen several different pictures. It seems like brake fluid leaves a really horrible, like, filmy color, like a really gray, and then also gets really brittle from what I understand. I'd like to kind of avoid that because I definitely don't want this guy to shatter. So I figured people are saying that this works okay. Let's give it a shot. So I started last night, and as you can see, this is what that's done so far. And honestly, you guys, this was only a minute or so of using just a regular old paper towel and some of that stuff. I mean, I'm actually really surprised that, look at that. Look how clear that is. I mean, right here, you can see a line on the outside that's definitely on the outside, and that is your user error. So this is kind of why I wanted to show what I'm doing, because I didn't really see this in any of the videos, so I figured I'd mention it so nobody else has to make this silly mistake right here. So when I got on the inside, right, and started actually scrubbing away and doing my little circles with my nail polish remover, some of the liquid actually escaped and went right through this hole, and that's what caused this streaking here to kind of go all the way down. And it does actually look like it's damaged the top out here. Let me see if I can show you. No, it looks like I covered it up with some tape, but it does look like it bubbled all the outer layering too. So you just want to be careful. So I decided to go through and tape all the big spots that I really felt I was going to get some bleeding through when I was going through trying to get all this paint off. So I just kind of filled in all my holes, where my rear views, side views are. And then, of course, the light wells in the back too, because we've already got some chipping and we don't want to have that spread any further because we're only trying to take off the varnish on the inside, right? We don't want to remove this nice plastic outer shell. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm not going to do this whole thing on camera, mostly because, gosh, would it just take up so much time. But yeah, so far, that's what it looks like. Just doing, this. I'm going to use cotton balls. I feel like I'm going to be able to soak up a lot more of the nail polish remover I'm using with it, and not waste as much as I did with the paper towel. So we'll see how it goes. But I wanted to show the color first of what it is. What I bought it like. Looks like that. Yeah. Right. And then I will come back when I've got some of it kind of done, and we'll see what it starts looking like. Awesome. So, update really fast. I actually ended up putting gloves on. I realized as I was starting to really kind of get into the paint that this cotton ball, see, kind of right there, maybe. Oh, yep, boom. Starts to really kind of just leach that paint back out onto you, and I did not want that. So, back to it. So, quick update. I ended up going and getting different gloves because I feel like these ones, these like heavy duty ones here, my left hand's not bad. This one, I feel like the paint, it's really sticky, right? And I felt like it was kind of just messing with my ability to tell how much paint was actually coming off. So I got just 100 of these because they're super cheap from the dollar store, win-win. And then I kind of switched up my game plan. So while I was there, I went and invested in this. So just a bunch of little plastic containers, and then inside of them, I took a bunch of these makeup pads, like this, right? And I just doused them 100% in alcohol, like, let's see. Yeah, like dripping, right? So hopefully I'll be able to use this and have an easier time scrubbing. So let's see. Now, I suggest if you're going to do this method, always keep the lid on and do it in a well ventilated area, right? So, back to it. So this is final. So don't worry about down here. I'm going to end up cutting all this off because what I noticed is the nail polish remover does make it kind of brittle if you already have cracks. So if there's cracking, I just be really careful because I did kind of does dry it out. I also suggest going really slow, like with your edges all the way around all these little corners right in here. I mean, and this isn't even super good. I mean, there's still plenty of paint that could be taken off, but the problem is, you know, the more you use that acetone or even the non-acetone stuff, it's just going to eat away at it. But that's okay. I mean, for what we're doing here, it should be all right. We got some, you know, we washed it out. I gave it a good warm water and soap bath. So hopefully when we, you know, get the rest of this taped off here, we can start doing our paint. So the goal is we're going to do a rust color kind of on the inside, since we already can't get that clear sheen that we'd like. And then we're just going to paint the outside, and we're going to make it look all neat. So that should work really nicely. All right. Come back when it's all painted up and show you what it looks like. Cool.